Today's cross-country tour of star athletes begins in South Florida with one of the best wide receivers in America. And that's this week's 5-star feature. Anyone who watches Brandon Inniss can tell pretty quickly that he knows what he's doing on a football field. And that's been true for a long time. His journey in football actually got started on the beaches of South Florida.
One day, I remember I went to the beach. I was 6 years old, and a coach that coached at Paramount Pines Optimist, which is PPO, he came up to my mom and suggested I play football.
He's like, hey, does your son play football? And I was like, no, but I was actually looking into football.
The guy watched him playing and, in the sun and stuff, and he was like, he playing football? I was like, nah, he ain't playing nowhere,
He's like, I think his build and his energy and everything that he's doing, he could do it.
As he grew up, Brandon was usually a little bigger and a step faster than most kids his age, so he tended to play up with players a year older. And as an 8th grader, he really burst onto the local football scene when he started on the varsity team at University School in Fort Lauderdale.
Some say I couldn't do it and things like that, but I just used that fuel to my fire. So I went out there every day. I ended up beating out a senior wide receiver to start. And I was just blessed, and it's all glory to God after that.
And I remember just sitting at his first game going, what? This is gonna go somewhere.
Brandon now plays at local powerhouse American Heritage in Plantation, Florida. The 6-foot-tall, 190-pounder is one of the highest-rated receivers in the 2023 class.
The number one thing about Brandon is how competitive he is. This is a kid that will do anything to win a football game. We've had him on both offense and defense this year. He's made some big plays for us on both sides of the ball. His football IQ is off the charts. He's got great route running, hands. I would say of all the people that have come through this school, he's the best at contested ball.
A lot of young kids nowadays, they look up to wide receivers because the playmaking abilities they have and things like that. I find myself a very good playmaker. So I just want young kids to look up to me. I feel like at the wide receiver position, which I do the best, I feel like I'll be the most accomplished at that position.
The players and coaches at American Heritage quickly learned that Brandon's ability is only matched by his selflessness. Last season, the Patriots were dealing with some injuries at quarterback. While it's not a natural position for him, Brandon gave QB a shot because his athleticism was the team's best remaining option. He did pretty well, all things considered, and he believes that experience will make him a better receiver going forward.
It was another blessing. It made me understand defenses better. I could see what their defenses are in before. I'm even lined up. I know when they're rolling down because I can see the safety to start creep down and things like that. So playing QB last year actually helped me probably for the future as well.
I think the biggest thing was just how unselfish he was with that. He comes over here being the #1 receiver in the country, and now all of a sudden that we need him to be one of the top quarterbacks in the area, and carry a team that's every year is a state championship contender. And really, to be honest with you, he did a pretty good job with it too. I think it goes back to just how competitive he is, how driven he is, both on and off the field. He's a kid that we almost at times we have to kind of hold him back a little bit because that's how hard he'll work in practice.
Brandon's making a lasting impact on this K-12 campus. The younger students look up to him like a celebrity, but he knows he has to take care of business in the classroom or his parents, especially his mother, who works at the school, will be all over him.
A lot of people think some athletes don't really have good grades, but right now I have a 3.9 GPA. My family is my rock. There's a reason why I play football, just to put them in a better situation in the future.
He went into a 4th grade classroom and to read to the students of the 4th grade classroom. And when he walked in there and they're like, Brandon Inniss, Showtime? I want him reading to me. And they all just went to Brandon. For him to have that type of effects, that's amazing.
Don't let whatever's on the field fool you or make you feel that is who he is. It's amazing to see that when he's out here playing and he's finished, and he would sit there with all these little kids taking pictures, signing autographs. He put people first.
Next season, Brandon will be playing for the Ohio State Buckeyes, a program that's put a number of receivers in the NFL lately. And Brandon looks like he could be one of the next in line.
Everything felt right. A lot of people, they always say, when you visit a school, you have that feeling. And I got that feeling from them. They produce guys to the NFL, first rounders to the NFL at the wide receiver position like crazy. Coach Brian Hartline, he develops his guys to the best of his ability. And I feel like if I want to be the best, I got to get coached by the best.
I think he's going to contribute right away at the next level. There's not much that he hasn't seen, and just how versatile he is, and he can play inside, he can play outside. I think he's got a real bright future at Ohio State.
It's boundless or endless or, the sky's the limit, as people say.
He is exceeding my expectations. The gates have opened and he's ready for it. And I'm excited for him, but as a mom, I wish time would slow down a little bit.
Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.